Streaming from the 22 News Broadcast Center. This is 22 News at 4 p.m. Digital Edition.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to 22 News at 4. I'm Christina Demores. We'll get to your top 4 at 4 in just a moment, but first, I'll look at your commuter traffic and weather. 22 News Storm Team Meteorologist Brian Lapis is here. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Butter yellow?
Butter yellow.
Butter yellow.
We're in season. We know the trends.
Yeah.
That means we're very cool people.
We're twinsing and winning.
Twinsing and winning. Speaking of winning, this is not a good segue.
No.
Traffic.
Do your best.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes,
Let's take a look at traffic. And things are okay. I-91 north of Springfield is good. The Pike in either direction actually is in pretty good shape. There is a backup on I-91 north in Long Meadow. Not sure what's causing that, but if you're trying to get into Springfield from Long Meadow or Connecticut, you may have some problems here over the next hour or so. Slow going there. Let's take a look at temperatures. Big talk of the town is the heat. We've already broken the record of 94 set in 1975 at Westover Air Reserve Base. You can see we're at 98 right now, close to 100 in Westfield, at 100 in Greenfield, 96 in Orange, 97 Northampton, and in the low 90s in parts of the Berkshires. We add the humidity in, and it feels like it's well over 100 degrees. So really, take it easy in the heat, stay hydrated, stay in the air conditioning if you can. Take it slow as we kind of weather some of the hottest air that we're going to feel all year. Extreme heat warning continues for central Hamden, central Hampshire, central and eastern Hamden, Hampshire, and Franklin County. And back here to the west, although I didn't put the graphic in, there's a heat advisory. In terms of clouds and radar, it's a sunny, hazy day here. We do get some relief toward the end of the week. We'll talk about how tomorrow will probably be the hottest day of the week with the 22 News Storm Team forecast.
All right, thanks, Brian. Iran launched missile attacks on U.S. military bases in Qatar and Iraq today, retaliating for the U.S. bombing of its nuclear sites over the weekend. Qatar condemned the attack but said it successfully intercepted the missiles and no casualties were reported. Iran said that the attack in Qatar matched the number of bombs dropped by the U.S. on its nuclear sites over the weekend, signaling its likely desire to de-escalate. The White House and the Department of Defense said President Trump and other officials are in the Situation Room monitoring the latest. Special Prosecutor Hank Brennan has released a statement in response to last week's verdict in the Karen Reed trial. Brennan's statements read, in part, quote, "I am disappointed in the verdict and the fact that we could not achieve justice for John O'Keefe and his family. The harassment of these innocent victims and family members is deplorable and should never have happened again in a case in this Commonwealth." Last week, a jury found Karen Reed not guilty on all charges connected to the death of her boyfriend, John O'Keefe. O'Keefe's family filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Reed prior to the start of her second trial. Northampton police are searching for the people responsible for removing pride flags from Thorns Market and setting them on fire. Take a look at these surveillance pictures from last Thursday. The incident happened around 1:20 in the morning. And according to Thorns, the people in these pictures took the flags from their awning and set them on fire in the middle of Main Street. They called the incident an act of hate. They're offering a $250 gift card as a reward for the identification of one or more of the people involved. Holyoke Public Schools are preparing to return to local control after 10 years of state receivership. The district is set to transition out of the state control on July 1st. Earlier this year, the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education provided the district with a list of exit insurances to support them during this transition. The new exit plan also redefines the receiver role to the superintendent. Massachusetts Education Secretary Dr. Patrick Tutwiler will make an announcement at tonight's Holyoke School Committee meeting. We'll have a live report tonight on that on 22 News starting at 5. All right, it's time now for another look at the weather. Brian, you just got here just on time. And you know what I realized? Yeah. That's butter yellow as well, the lines that we have on there.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Look at that.
We're all coordinated today.
We're so coordinated today. So, all right, what can you tell us, Brian?
All right, so the hot weather will continue, we expect, through the day tomorrow, and it's even going to be hot. You know, it's a really hot day when you think of 90-degree heat as being a rest from potential 100-degree heat. I'm kind of all over the place here, but you get the idea. Extreme heat warning, central and eastern Hamden, central and eastern Hampshire, central and eastern Franklin County. There is a heat advisory for areas west of the Connecticut River. You can see here western Hamden, western Hampshire, western Franklin County, Berkshire County. Bottom line, it's going to feel like around 100 degrees or warmer through the day here tomorrow. Let's take a look at it with our 22 News Storm Team temperature cast. Temperatures close to 100 degrees here this afternoon, and then we cool through the 80s during the evening hours and overnight low temperatures. So tomorrow morning will be in the 70s. Look at that, mid to upper 70s at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. It's going to be a very hot day here tomorrow. These are actual air temperatures. Upper 90s by noon and potential low 100s by the mid-afternoon. Notice this high temperature of 101 at Springfield. The all-time record high for Westover Air Reserve Base is 102 degrees recorded on June 26th, 1952. That all-time record high could be broken tomorrow. We do cool down a bit on Wednesday, and then there's some rain in the works for the end of the week. We'll talk about it with our 22 News Storm Team forecast on 22 News at 5.
Thanks, Brian. And during this heat wave, construction will start this week for the turf fields at Westfield High School. Mountain View Construction is the contractor for the project, which looks to build an all-purpose turf field stadium with a track, a turf softball field, and an additional all-turf multi-purpose turf field. And funding for the project is largely coming from Westfield Gas and Electric Whip City Fiber. Construction will take place through the summer and during the following school year before it is set to be completed in August of 2026. JetBlue passengers can now track their bags using Apple AirTags. The airline announced today that customers who place AirTags or find My Network as accessories in their checked bags will be able to share tracking data with JetBlue's baggage service team in the event of missing luggage. JetBlue is also adding a new mobile app feature that provides customers with real-time updates on the status of their checked bags. According to U.S. Department of Transportation data, the airline consistently ranks among the top U.S. carriers for baggage handling, with fewer than 1% of customers experiencing a delay. How to Train Your Dragon is maintaining its top ranking in movie theaters. The Universal Pictures live-action remake maintained its #1 spot at the North American box office despite two sizable new releases this weekend. How to Train Your Dragon brought in $37 million in ticket sales in its second weekend. The film has rapidly amassed $358.2 million worldwide. Elio took in just $21 million, the lowest opening ever for Pixar. The zombie sequel, 28 years later, debuted with $30 million. Now for a look at what we're working on for 22 News starting at 5. The 22 News Storm Team has declared a weather alert as they continue to track sweltering temperatures. We'll take a closer look at the potential heat wave we're facing. Plus, the state legislature has reached their first joint rules agreement since 2019. We'll explain the significance. And the Spirit of Springfield is unveiling what they have in store for this year's July 4th fireworks show in Riverfront Park.
There is a slowdown on I-91 North in Long Meadow. Otherwise, we're in pretty good shape. Even at 291 at the Pike and 91, not much traffic there, and the Pike is also looking pretty good. Stay cool. The temperatures could touch 100 degrees here again tomorrow. We'll track it on 22 News at 5.
Thanks for joining us this afternoon for 22 News at 4. Join us on TV tonight starting at 5. You can get all your local news and weather updates anytime on wwlp.com and the 22 News mobile app.